Considered the last major German offensive, the Second Battle of Marne was the first decisive Allied victory. It marked the beginning of an Allied counter-offensive, which eventually led to the German defeat. The battle was a turning point in the ongoing stalemate that had continued through the course of the war. The battle began June 15, 1918. It occurred along the Marne River in Champagne, France. This is original footage from a BBC reportage taken during the battle.
Hello, I'm Sofia Shiros, here on the field with BBC World News. As I want to give you the latest updates about a brave man fighting in the war, I will be interviewing Mariana, an injured French soldier who was severely wounded and retrieved from the front line. He is here to tell us about his experience in the war and how he is the extent of battle.
My name is Mariana, which is why I brought here to a military hospital. Luckily I survived, but I had many companions that died during this battle. Many deaths.
The surrounding areas are already damaged. I can only imagine what the front line is like. Mariano, could you give us and verify a briefly description of the scene for us, please?
Many are not only dying because of enemy attacks, but because of the illnesses, lack of food, and pests. Although the majority of the war was fought from trenches, this battle has also included open warfare, a method of battle that generals have been forced to occasionally adapt to. A new illness has emerged from wet socks and the unsanitary conditions in which we live in trench. Trench foot has now claimed the life of many soldiers, and it is originated by wet socks, an infection created.
We have previously been informing the Daily Mirror, American soldiers are arriving in great numbers, and surprisingly, and they are very enthusiastic. The Second Battle of the Marne was fought between the Allied powers, which were mainly Britain, United States, France, and the Central Powers, which mainly consisted of the Germany during this battle.
The American soldiers played a crucial role in the Second Battle of Marne. The United States had remained neutral at the beginning of the war, and so American soldiers had not yet endured years of horrific battle and fighting. Europeans and soldiers and commanders were exhausted, but the arrival of the energetic Americans significantly boosted their morale. The documents and media from that time period are crucial to clearly understand the events that happened in the battle. Punch magazine published several cartoons about different characters and events, and they portrayed the different perceptions of different countries. Primary sources such as letters from soldiers are extremely important to fully understand the extent of the war.
We're back with BBC Breaking News. We have now moved with a perimeter of the battle to capture the action more closely. We're currently situated 75 miles northeast of Paris. The battlefield is triangular area along the Marne River in Champagne, province of France.
Been horrendous, especially since we received heavy artillery attacks from the enemy yesterday morning. Some soldiers died trying to protect their countries and their beliefs. This causes losses of soldiers.
Lo cortamos, no importa.
The magnitude on the losses are incredible, and the suffering around here, it's just unbearable.
The Punch magazine has recently released a series of cartoons about the Second Battle of the Marne. In this particular cartoon, we can observe a British soldier who seems really extremely frustrated because he has gone to fight to the Marne River and returned, and now he is being sent to fight in the Aisne River. Mariano, what would you do by your perception of the situation if you were sent to the Aisne River to fight again after you have done? I would have been also very frustrated because of how much fighting we have done, and we have already finished and crossed the river, and now they're sending us to another river to fight without us telling us anticipate.